This, I could talk to you about what happened to me and everything.
All right.
Kind of crazy. But yeah, man, how you been?
All right.
All right. Turn on the light here. It's a little too dark. Here watching the Florida State game. Louisville and Florida State. Florida State, they're just a mess.
Yeah.
they they're just playing horrible. They're playing horrible football in the second half, and they're
Yeah.
losing, and they're gonna keep. Wow, Louisville. That's a good rival between Florida State and Louisville. And Louisville has the lead 24-21. That's and Florida State missed 3 field goals. They're fucking crazy. College football. Anyhow.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I've been a wreck. Just,
I was worried about you because
yeah, I was in the hospital.
everything has.
I was in the hospital for a month.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
wish
all
I
I
could
do is
help you.
laugh. All I do is laugh it out because what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna boo-hoo. That's shit I had to go through. But it's like turn the lights, and yeah, it was a whole month,
Yeah.
3 surgeries. It's like,
Yeah. It might have give me some peace in a little while. So
they put me to
I
sleep.
have to go in the kitchen and see
Yeah,
if my brother give me some peace. Let me go check and I'll be back. I gotta check on it. I'll be back.
yeah, go ahead. That's Albert, my somewhat co-host, and it's my mind over your matter. Welcome to the show, and it's a recorded show for now until I could get my health back up enough to do live shows. It's gonna take me a little time to do that. Yes, I was in the hospital for a whole month, like majority of August and into September. I just got out a week ago, but yeah, I'll talk to Albert about it.
Hey,
Albert,
what's up? I'm back. This got to cool off. It's way too hot for me
yeah,
to
I
have
can't
it
eat.
right now.
Yeah, I can't eat hot pizza like that. Burn your root of your mouth.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, this is a pre-recorded. It's gonna be put up on YouTube. We're gonna talk real quick about what the hell I went through. I went through some
Oh
hell,
yeah.
man.
So I want to know
I,
because I
I,
was worried about my friend you. I
I
was
mean,
worried.
if Jesus went through what he went through and he came back, that's like shit. I go through what I went through, a month in the hospital and having 3 surgeries and not knowing when you're gonna get out.
Mhm.
You know, I had to have stomach surgeries. So like I had, they had to go inside me. So they had done these 3 cuts on my body to get inside to take out scar tissue that was wrapping around my intestines and was giving me bowel obstructions. So they had to cut inside, take out all the scar tissue. It was a lot. Like a surgery that was supposed to be 2 hours ended up being 7.5 hours.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get like they picked me up at around 5:30 in the afternoon, prepped me up and stuff. My surgery was at 6:30, and this is in the afternoon. So next thing you know, I'm in the operating room and I'm looking at the clock. I was like, before you put the medicine in me to put to sleep, like let me give myself a word to myself and make
Mhm.
myself okay for the surgery. So like they gave me my moment, and I was like, when I was ready, and I just let the anesthesiologist know. I was like, all right, I'm ready. It's all right, and they put the medicine in. It's like propofol, so they push the medicine in, and I'm looking at the clock. I'm seeing how long I could last before I fade away. It only took me 3 seconds, and I was out. I was out cold. And the thing is that they only prepped me for 2 hours, so they had to re-put more medication to keep me asleep. And I think they had intubated me because it was a longer surgery, and they went inside and did what they had to do, and it took a long time because it was like just like you got these tools, you got this camera, you got like all this stuff, you gotta like it's a lot of work. It was a lot of work, and man, that surgery was oh man. When I got out of surgery and they were waking me up, I was like, I was in so much pain. Oh, I was in so much pain. I was like, if Jesus would have went through this pain too, he went through his pains. I'm going through it too. Cause holy moly, that shit hurt. They just kept in like putting medicine through my line, so they were putting me like oh, what's his name? There's like this pain medicine. Um, it was damn, I forgot the name of it. Can't. Oh, come to me. Dilaudid. There you go. That's the name. Dilaudid. They were just pumping me 1.5 like on the syringe, boom, hitting me on it, and it took at least a good 3 to 4 series of pain medicine to get my pain under control. And man, it was crazy. It was crazy because then I had to do other tests too. They had to freaking do an endoscopy on me. They had to do a colonoscopy on me. They did everything. Like I feel like I went to the hospital and I got like the full workup. It's like surgery, procedure, surgeries, and I'm like, holy shit. And by the time I was done with everything, I'm still hurting though. I'm here doing this because like I'm tired of laying down. But man, that shit was fucking pain, and I still have pain, especially in my lower abdomen, because they weren't able to go all the way in like they needed to, and they need to go. I'm gonna have to need another surgery in the future for the lower abdomen area. So I mean, my doctor told me that they only were able to take out 80% of what they needed to take out, and that I'm gonna need surgery to take out the other 20 and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to go through another surgery. I don't know. I need to heal first before I can take on the other surgery
Yeah.
because there's a
Well, I'm
lot.
glad you make it to surgery. I'm glad, to hear from you. You know,
Yeah,
I
I
wish I could help you. You know, I wish I could
yeah,
help.
it was intense. It was intense. The pain was intense. I even like all my nurses were pretty good. There was just one bad one, and I nearly almost cursed her the fuck out
Wow.
because like my medicine needed to be on me every 2 hours, and she let me go too long without my medication. I was in so much fucking pain. I was throwing up and everything. And oh man, when like the
So,
next
but you're
week
saying she got your
she gave it
medicine
to me
that you're
late.
supposed to have?
Yeah, so well, because my medicine goes through my IV, but she was so slow, and like when I needed my medicine, didn't show up on time, and man, I was in so much pain. I was throwing up. I wasn't feeling good, and then the fucking next shift in the morning, the surgeon, one of the surgeons, comes in, and I told her I'm in so much pain. I don't know what the hell's going on, but like this nurse hasn't been giving my medicine on time or nothing. And she told me, yeah, I looked over your medicine, the times they gave your medicines, and they didn't give my medicines on time. And fucking, I ended up suffering in pain. Yeah, so my mind only mattered. As you can see, my co-host is getting his pizza. He's gonna eat up while he listens to me. It's nuts that the lady wasn't giving my medicine on time, and the surgical tech, well, the surgeons that came in the morning and check up on me, um, was also upset because they were supposed to give my medicine every 2 hours, and this nurse, she had an attitude too. So I was like, I'm not dealing with this bitch tonight with this pain that I'm dealing with, and I gotta deal with this bitch. Like, no. She was the ugly duckling of all the nurses, and she, like the supervisor, the surgeon, she was like, she's not gonna be your nurse. Going from this day forward, I'll make sure of that. I was like, that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like that she was fucked up. Her attitude was fucked up, and her personality, like it was like, I don't know. She wasn't the nurse for me, and she wasn't giving my medicine on time either, and she got in trouble for it. And they made sure she wasn't my nurse. And yeah, but it was every 2 hours I had to get like injection of Dilaudid through my IV, and it was a very painful experience, very painful. I was put to sleep 3 times, 3 times for 3 different surgeries. I was put to sleep, and each time I always tell them, "Let me, have a word with myself." And let's see. Oh Lord, now everybody wants to come on and talk. You see, I need to pay for this Zoom thing. I need to get sponsors. Because I'm too fucked up myself with my health to be paying all these bills on my own. Because man, it's taking a toll on me, and I need to bring the show back on live again. Like, I think it's gonna have to happen soon because I want to go back on YouTube and just continue doing what I was doing, because it'll be better off for me instead of me laying down on that bed. Because if I keep laying on that bed's gonna kill me. So I need to be sitting up and sitting down in this chair and moving around and stuff. I'm not out of the woods yet. I'm still in the woods. It's just very painful. And to this day, like, I'm still in a lot of pain. Like, my back is hurting like crazy. My neck has been hurting me like crazy. I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting the full fuck fest. And that's crazy. Like, pain is crazy. I just laugh it off, and I just, like, I don't show my pain, but I just tell you I'm in pain. And I can feel all the areas where I'm hurting. And my energy inside is kind of like strong. Like, when I was put to sleep during the 3 surgeries that I had, um, I always told the guy, like the anesthesiologist, let me have a word with myself before you put me down. He's like, all right, that's I'll let you know when I'm gonna put that medicine in. You'll know what it looks like. I was like, that it's like a big syringe and it has like the propofol in it. He's like, yep, that's what's going in your system, and you'll be out, and you'll be back in no time. So when they put me to sleep, I always say a word to myself, making sure that I'm gonna be okay through what I'm going through, and I'll be back. And it's a scary thing because when you put yourself, they put you to sleep, and it's like less than 2-3 seconds, you feel it, like you're fading away, and it's like your life is like forward like this, and it's like go backwards like that, and it like closes off, and it's all black. And I was like, oh shit, this is the upside down again. I'm like, this is not gonna happen again. So, like, it was really intense. Like, especially when they put me to sleep and then try to wake me up. Like, that whole experience is it's traumatizing a little bit for me, because I always want to wake up okay and not end up in ICU like I did back in a few years ago. It was like in 20. It was like what? It was the 17th. It's like 2017. I had my coma, but yeah, it was intense. It was intense. There was a lot going on. Um, Let me see if I need to get this. I need to. get myself life again. I do because I think it's be helpful for everyone. Not only for myself but for everyone. They could come back and talk and talk about anything, everything, whatever comes to my mind because it's my mind over your matter, and and talk about my experience in the hospital and how like it was just a lot of like energy and a lot of I was just like I didn't know I was gonna be in there for that long that like I was there for a month and like not knowing when you're going home, especially like that first week, it's like I wasn't good, and then I went through hell. Oh, and especially they couldn't find my fucking veins. Like my veins were hiding. Like my veins already knew that they were just taking my blood and they were testing my blood and stuff, but then they were like, I don't know. I feel like they abused my blood because they didn't tell me where they were taking it. I didn't get any like results. All they tell me like, oh yeah, everything's okay. Okay, but that doesn't tell me what test did you do on my blood. Like, tell me everything. They're like, no, you're okay, you're clean. And it's just not even that. They're like, you're just good. You're good. Like, there's no problems. Like, as far as like infections or anything like that. Like, because I'm negative, so it's like my blood also is all negative. So, all right, Florida State's winning 28-24. I tell you, this team is just there's something else. I don't even know what to say. I'm from Florida, so that's why I'm watching this game, even though I live up in Connecticut. But I was born and raised in Florida, so I'm into the Hurricanes, Florida State, the Gators. I like, all pretty much University of Central Florida also, and they're pretty good schools with good talent. Um, at least the Seminoles are winning.
Very good.
Huh. But yeah, I went through so much in the hospital. Oof, I did a lot. It's a little too much for just like a normal person. They would have gone a little crazy being there for that long, and it was nothing but like torture for me, as far as what I was going through. I was like, I was just thinking, if Jesus did it for 3 days, I could do it for 30. Right? I'm like, and literally 30 days in the fucking hospital. Oh man. And I'm only what, less than probably a week out. I only been out for less than a week.
Yeah.
And I am feeling it. I feel my whole body hurts. My stomach hurts, my back, my neck. It's like that force of energy. I'm like, well, maybe I could use it for good. Since
Yeah.
I'm having that surge of energy, maybe my psychic abilities are a little enhanced right now. It's a little enhanced, and I can do people's readings and maybe get back into it because like I want to do like the private time readings and stuff with people and use my energy to do these readings while I have it because pain and the type of energy of pain is kind of like a supercharger for my capabilities. It's like I'm on kind of like on steroids when it comes to that energy, and I want to just be able to use it for something good and just talk about it, and then it'll help other people. But I want to bring the show back live. Um, I'm probably looking into a later, probably not September, but maybe October coming back on. Um, as we're going through the change of the season. Because fall is on Monday. So what's Monday? The 24th. Let me see. I think it's the 23rd. Yeah, the 23rd, September 23rd, 2019. That's when the official day of fall begins. And I'm feeling already that energy of the change. And I feel like the earth it's pushing beyond the boundary, like heading towards, fall, winter time. And because the earth goes around the sun, and but it doesn't go in a perfect circle. It's kind of like
Did you know they spotted a second moon around
I don't.
around our
I'm
moon?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I always felt that there was another, like something around our, as they say, atmosphere, because they say now that the moon is part of the Earth's atmosphere.
Well, I
So
was reading something on it, and they say they have kind of a miniature moon. I mean, we had two moons before. I always thought we only had one moon, but now we have, two moons.
I always felt like there was something else out there, because like it's just, I don't know. It's just something they don't tell us everything, man. Because that's why they distract us so much with all this football and like movies and bills to keep you as slaves. Because if you don't pay your bills, then you'd be living in the streets. So
Oh,
there's
dear.
nothing free in America. There's nothing free. Everything has a price, and they just changed the name from slavery to working jobs. That's what they call it, work or
Yeah,
job, whatever you want to call it, instead of slavery. And then they just pay the people so they can take care of themselves instead of them taking care of the people. No, they just pay them, and then they have to buy the stuff to maintain themselves. And then um, it's just the whole system is crazy. It's crazy, but it's still slavery. I still see it as slavery.
I
Um,
heard the reason why they're chemtrailing the skies. They're chemtrailing it because they are going to put the internet in the clouds, but they have nanobugs in there, all those metals and stuff like that.
yeah, there's a lot of
Nanobugs that
things.
are going to be the 5G. The
A lot,
sky is going to be the 5G.
a lot of things doesn't make it's just there's something not right here. You know, the
They're
energy.
trying to put the internet things in the clouds, and and everybody's in front of everybody's house and school be
Hmm.
5G equipment, pulling things, sending things back and forth into clouds and outer space. And
That's the thing. That's what they keep.
they're
And
trying to they're trying to they're trying to create a matrix.
the
And
problem is that you're already in it,
yeah,
and the thing is that they keep people distracted because
and
y'all
they use the
everyone just
harp as a weapon. They use the harp as a weapon against
every,
people. And
everyone's being distracted for one. I just see, like, man, it's just
And you know what? Just yesterday, I was reading up on the new Xbox system, but they call it, Xbox Two Project Scarlet, and some people are testing it out, and it caused them a mental disorder.
hmm.
And the government, Microsoft, really don't care anyways, because they control the world.
I just feel like something big is about to happen, and people are just distracted. Like 5G. Like you talk about it, like that's like the trend now. 5G. So it's like they get everybody. that way and all distracted, and I'm still trying to figure out what's going, like what they're doing behind my back, because there's so much distraction, and my mind is, it's not like distracted. I see everything, and I can see like things that are happening, a lot of things that, like, I could feel the energy, and I could feel the tension. I could feel, like, I feel a lot of things. Like, I'm just enhanced right now, and it feels a little weird. You know, the energy is so strong, but been a lot of things going on, you know, in the world, and a lot of things. Like, I have so much to talk about. I can't wait to bring the show back. I have so much to talk about, and just it's in my head, and I just gotta get back on. I'll get a sponsor for my show. Watch, I'm gonna have to get a sponsor, and I'll get one. And I say they gotta take care of the bills, and get us that sponsor, and let me do what I do here, and I want to do it live, and I want to talk about different topics that are going on, because there's a lot of things going on and a lot of distractions going on. But I can't reach the masses if my health is fucked up, and then on top of that, I got to take care of all these bills. It's a lot, you know. So I'm looking for that sponsor to sponsor the show, and definitely, have the show going live, and it'll be pretty cool, to do.
Yeah.
And we can talk about everything. I mean, everything from Area 51, 52, 53, all the areas. Um, talk about things that are going on in space, which is, it's not space, but they're calling it space. But it's like, there's so much life out there. There's a lot of life, a lot of life, and we're just us. We're just a rock. We live in a little rock compared to everything that's out there in the universe. We
Yeah.
live in a little rock that has water on it. You know, you have to think like outside the box.
Yeah.
You know, and it's very small. And there's so much life out there. It's like we, for example, the Earth is like in the middle of the desert. You know, I just feel like we're just in the middle of a desert, and like life was brought here, and like there's so much life out there, and the government doesn't just want nobody to know that, because that just gives everyone opportunity and a belief, and they want everyone to be focused on like the Bible or anything that distracts you from reality. um there's so much life out there, man, and they're just trying to like belittle everyone by telling them no, there's no life, or you know the Vatican even knows that there's life out there. He knows there is, and that's why they don't really like talk so much about it, but they know there's things out there, and there's
Yeah, because if we have, aliens living amongst us, I'm sure the planes that are the
aliens.
groceries
We're all
are
aliens.
us too.
We're aliens. Everybody is aliens. We're
Yeah.
all aliens. You're alien. I'm an alien. Everybody that I know are aliens. It's we are aliens to others. Like, you can't alienate every whatever beings that are out there. You know, like, who are we to put ourselves in some kind of high pedestal? Like, we're aliens too. All of us are aliens. We're humans, but we're aliens. and it's just people keep reproducing, and the governments are trying to stop that from people doing that. That's why all these bugs are out there with the mosquitoes, with the whatever, the mosquitoes that are killing people now. Because I live in Connecticut, and I know like this one area that was saying, like the nurses were telling me, and I had read an article about it, that that mosquito is out here in Connecticut, and not to be out during dusk or dawn. Like if you're gonna do your business, make sure you do it like freaking in the daytime. So
Yeah.
kind of fucking crazy that that mosquito all of a sudden just pop out of nowhere and just it's the latest phase, it's the latest trend, you know, with this whatever mosquito bullshit. Um, was it an experiment that they let out
Yeah.
in different areas to see how much they could eliminate by that one test
Well,
of
you know they got a. Have
mosquito?
you ever heard of
Oh,
the
man.
term insectophopper?
What term was it again?
Insectophopper.
I never heard of that.
It's like a drone insect.
Oh, the drones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have
Um,
little like mosquitoes that are drones.
they can make smaller chips with an antenna. It depends on the area that you are in, and, and they can control it and tell it what to do and shit.
And also I want to talk about the people dying from vaping. Um, like they need to do a study on that. They need to do a study because they're like, yeah, all these people died from vaping, but then what was their previous health condition at that time before that death? Was that person a heavy smoker and then converted into vaping, and then maybe the chemicals that were inside the vape um,
Yeah. It's
fucked
always
it
the
up.
chemicals of vaping.
Yeah, it's the
I'll vape weed or vape concentrates, because I was looking at the Dynavap pen. It's dynavap.com. I was on a vape honey stick and I seen a 3-in-1 system,
hmm
but I only going to use it for the cannabis and the other stuff. But I rather try to home grow some of my things, but I'm waiting on Ohio because I think in November, this November, or probably in 2020, they'll probably put it on the ballot because we got election for for a governor here in Ohio in
hmm
November or something. And if they do pass a bill, then they'll be legalized here like it is in
There's a lot of things that happen, and
for
I haven't been on here for so long,
con- to- yes,
and
yeah.
there's a lot of things I need to talk about, and get people, like to try to
Well, it
wake
all depends what you vape. If you're going to vape that nicotine stuff, that's
because
that's that's awful. That's what's killing people.
it's the chemicals, but then also if you're a heavy cigarette smoker and then you use the vaping also, maybe the combination of that is too much for the body and people can't handle and they croak.
Yeah,
They die.
yeah.
Because I think there's like 5 people or something died or something. But they don't tell you, oh yeah, they were smokers before and then they switched over to vaping.
Well, if you're going to switch
Or
from cigarettes to vaping, I'll
they
switch
need to
to
do it. They need to do a
bud
test.
vape. I'll buy me a marijuana vape.
See, but they got to do tests because they're not doing these
Yeah,
tests, and these tests need to be happening. And it's the test of, okay, someone that's never smoked a cigarette and then starts vaping. That's one test. The second test would be a heavy smoker and then stopped and then started vaping. And then the last test will be a marijuana smoker stops and then starts vaping, and then come up with some kind of like a study to figure out, all right, let's see, which ones is more harmful to do. It's not, it's just studies that needs to be done, and hopefully they get them done to really figure out what's causing it. I think it's some kind of chemical within the cartridge that's causing people to get really sick and dying, or it depends on how much, because like to get to that vaping stuff, remember that all that stuff goes through chemicals, you know and they put these crazy chemicals sometimes in these vapes, and they don't tell you, but it's just inside them. And it's kind of like I don't know, like when they put you to sleep, like it's I don't know. It's just I know there's something with the chemicals, and like they're trying something on the population, because there's so many things happening. And then like the hurricane, that Dorian. Oh man, I got a lot to talk about that. Oh, I got so much to talk about that because I knew that hurricane was going to be a Cat 4, Cat 5, and I knew it was going to threaten Florida. And they did something to stop that hurricane from hitting Florida. Um, I know they did because it's the energy. I felt it. Like Trump, like was like, nah, don't let that happen. And that sucker just went. Like, there's a lot of things about that storm I gotta talk about. Oh man, I gotta get back live again. I need to get back live. It's like I need to have debates with people talking about it. You know, like let's see, let's see if this person would like to come on open talk for a little bit, and then I'll just stop the show for a bit. Let's see if she wants to come on.
Oh,
Let's write to her. She's so funny. But yeah, the all the weather and things that are going around. Oh man, it's crazy, crazy. I need to talk about it. I felt the energy, like when they stopped the hurricane from hitting Florida. Is it like, hmm, it's nuts.
yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Trying to see if she wants to come on. So it's the weather. It's so hyped up right now. The energy is so strong, and man, like I can feel like this world going a little bit fast, and a lot of things that are happening. It's like all these distractions, and with even with what's going on overseas, with the with Saudi Arabia and Iran and all that stuff. Man, I'm gonna bring her on. Um, Albie, you ready for this, man? I'm gonna bring somebody else on here.
Yeah, I'm ready.
See, I only could do this for like an hour because then it counts down and all this crazy shit, and I'm like, it's fucked up. I gotta pay for the Zoom. It's like I gotta put the money on my card so I could start doing this show already.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
need to start because I need to talk about all this stuff. There's a lot of things going on, and people are just like without a care.
yeah.
They're too complacent. But let me go ahead and bring this person on. Bring on Sarah. Go ahead. Bring on Yesika.
All right.
So I would like to talk about what happened and stuff. Hey, what's up, girl?
So,
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's what's up.
How are you guys doing?
Oh man, I'm hurting like a motherfucker, but my psychic abilities are on fire. So it's like I wanted to bring you on because we're always talking about different topics. And right now I'm on the topic of the Saudi Arabia Iran issue and how like it's the timing. It's just oh man. And they want it to happen and they want that distraction to happen.
You're
Um,
gonna have to fill me in on the distraction that they want us to be
because
distracted by, because it's not distracting me.
yeah, because Iran supposedly sent some drones over to Saudi Arabia and hit um their oil supply and stuff, their refinery,
Um, um, and
and
when did this happen?
it was a full on attack. Um, and I know they're already hyping up the military to go over there. I could feel like good 5,000 troops are heading out that way. Um,
Mm,
I see a lot of rockets. I see a like lot of missiles from the ocean, from the sea to the land. I could see them like getting ready for this battle. Um, and it's such a distraction. Oh boy, it's like it's gonna be it could get ugly real fast. And the word patience keep coming up in my head. Like everyone should just like because this is stupid fighting for stupid stuff. Because we live all here together. It's like we stuck here, and like these people want to fight because of what radium. Like that's what like this world has come to. Like they are fighting for this element from the dirt that they dug up. It's crazy. Like they don't want them to have an atomic bomb, whatever. I mean, that's being a hypocrite too, because if we have them, and if they can have them, like it's like they don't want them to have them. They just want one to be in control. Like the United States has to be the control. Um,
mm,
like the United States has a lot of bombs. Like trust me, they got so many like crazy shit, like futuristic shit that like
mm,
it's unreal and it's just weird. And I just feel like the world is like putting the U.S. at a test and testing them, by doing the bullshit that they're doing, and it's all like it's all pre-planned. It's kind of like opera
mm,
right now. It's like an opera show. It's already been planned and like they already went through, some kind of like drills and stuff already and what will happen, like using AI. And I just feel like everything is just premeditated. Like they want things to happen. They want us to be distracted. Because right now, I guarantee you, nobody's really thinking about that. Everybody's thinking about their Saturday and watching their football games and going to
mm,
the mall, going to the movies. Oh my God, I gotta do my nails. Like, what the fuck? Nobody's
mm,
thinking about all the other things that are going on, especially with this mosquito thing, with that EEE thing. Um,
mm.
that's killing people, which I think and I believe that they put that out there. That is how the hell does that like mosquito come out of nowhere, like, and then it's like killing people. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like I feel like they let it go and let those type of mosquitoes go, and they were testing it to see how many people actually die from it, you know. And it's so funny that they do it so close to fall winter time, which in winter time they gonna die off. So because it does get cold and mosquitoes can't be in the cold. So I just feel like it was a
Mm.
test to see how many people would die if that mosquito was like, you know put into another country like Iran, or use it as a weapon, you know
Yeah, I mean, this wouldn't be the first instance of biological warfare.
because we don't like we're not in any treaty now. They took out the U.S. is out of the treaty, So it's like they could use those type of weapons that they're mosquitoes, and they cause, you know, pretty much the plague, and kill people, like mass millions of people. And that would be crazy. That would be real crazy. Because they testing all different ones. What was the Zinka one? Remember Zinka?
Zika, yeah, I remember.
With the babies' heads, they look like footballs. Like,
Mm,
not joking, but yeah, they came out like really deformed. That was a chemical test, like on the mosquitoes, and that one, like it had this poison. It was done by DuPont, because I could hear the word DuPont in my head, and it was a chemical that they used. They they pretty much like bleached the mosquitoes with the disease, um, and then they let it loose, and then they just see by the count, like how well that test was. As they release the mosquitoes, and it does all the Zinka thing. Now with this EEE, and then what else is going to be coming out? Because like all these different mosquitoes are like coming out every fucking year. It's like, what the hell? Now I'm waiting for ABC, to come out. Like, what the fuck? What else? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I just feel like there's a lot of distractions and a lot of tests going on the human race, and they're testing people's patience. They're testing people's fear. They're testing
mm,
everything, everything, and then using that to like distract the people. Worry about this and stuff, but then like people need to realize what's going on behind them too, and don't be distracted, because there's a lot of things going on, galactically, and also here on this earth. um like, we're all aliens, and we have to accept that we're humans, yes, but we're all aliens. We're aliens to other countries, other beings, and other places throughout the galaxy, because there is human race out there, there is life out there. um they you know it's kind of like a code, but right now we're like slaves. We're all slaves. They just changed the word from like slave to working job. They call it working job, and they pay you to take care of yourself. Like, you have to be here on time. If not, they threaten you and stuff. So it's kind of like still slavery, in a sense. Oh, you got to work 40 hours. Like, who came with those numbers, and who, decided like 40 hours is a good amount of time for work. And like, I feel like 40 hours is too much, because they keep you distracted like 5 days out of the 7 days, and the other 2 days you're like having to go to the mall, having to go shopping, having to do this and that, and that's how they distract you, and you don't see anything else that's going around. This is how I came out of the hospital. I was in the hospital for a month, so you can imagine. I was tortured, pretty much in there. It was like a torture fest, like, because they couldn't find any veins on me, and my blood didn't want to come out, and they had to force it. Like they poked me like
mm,
over 15 times one night. 15 times, close to 15, poking me to get a vein, and they couldn't get a vein. My blood was hiding from these people, and then they had to put a pick line, they call, in my arm. It's this big line. It's like real big, and they had to surgically put it in me. And the good thing about that pick line is the medicine, it goes in really fast right away. So like, they were hitting me with my Dilaudid to cut the pain. So that medicine was really alien to my body, but it really did stop the pain. Um, yeah, And I'm thinking about all the surgeries that I went through. Oof. I already talked about it before. I didn't bring you on, but it was a lot of surgeries.
Yeah,
I'm
we kind of touched on it the other day.
They put me to sleep like 3 times. They put me to sleep. Imagine in a month, like being put down 3 times. My energy came out super strong. I'm like, holy shit! Like I'm so charged up. And then I'm smoking medicine too. What?
Good medicine.
Hell yeah! So I'm smoking some of this medicine, so it's enhancing my abilities also. But this is a 420 channel, and yeah, I've been smoking this J. It's like really slow because I double wrapped it. That's a trick. If you want your
Mm.
J to go slow, double wrap it, and it goes
Yeah.
slow pace, and it lasts longer. You sacrificing an extra paper, but I like the slowness of it. I don't like a fast smoke. I like to enjoy it. But yeah, we were talking about the vape also, the people dying from vaping, and how
Yeah, I just was
the
part of the discussion about that earlier.
yeah, I feel like the chemicals that they put into making it is the same shit from DuPont. Like they use these chemicals, and
Well,
supposed to
yeah, that
replace
could be.
it's supposed to replace something like within the cigarettes, but it's like I think they tested something like with the
It's
people.
because they're trying to replace some natural things with synthetic things, and you can't
I
quite. You
just
can always mimic nature, but
smoke
you can't copy nature.
smoke natural. Like
Mm.
you're gonna smoke marijuana, smoke the plant. Don't use the vapes. You feel me?
I mean, not
Concentrates,
even saying.
concentrates you could smoke because concentrates, that's the dabs and the wax and that stuff.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like
I like. I'm thinking about doing a little bit more research into that too.
yeah, because then it's much like I know that the wax and
Much higher too.
oh yeah, it's a lot stronger. It gets you right to the point. Like there's no like between. It's like from home to the party. It's not really a party,
I'm
but it's like
also looking at a nugs match to where if I buy a certain quantity in the future, I want to buy a rosin presser and press my weed and put it into small jars. And do you have to refrigerate that?
no, not with like the waxing on the or the dabbing. Like
When you bake the dabs?
I always had it side on the side. It's like room temperature, and it's a good smoke. Like I'm saying, if you want to go straight to the party, dab it up, and
Like, there's a
that's
research where you're getting your material from. That's
yeah.
my only.
Know who you buy from. If you're buying from like how I buy, because I have the medical card, so I can get medical from the dispensary and know that everything they test it.
Right.
Street stuff, as far as like bud could be okay, wax and all that stuff. I don't know because sometimes they use that chemical from the like it's the propane, whatever. Um,
Yes, the way they process it to extract it, that's what you
yeah,
have to be wary of.
yeah, they push it down and it's like it's like gas. It's gas. It,
Mm.
and that's what comes out the liquid and stuff, and it's very it's flammable. So you just gotta make sure you don't have no devices nearby or anything that would like trigger a fire because that thing will blow up your house. Like, but that's street shit, and I don't buy street like dabs or any of that wax or anything like that. I get that from the dispensary. Um, Weed, the plant itself, if it's good stuff, they let it's good shit. And you gotta take the word by it. And
Yeah. I mean, it's just like produce. I mean, if you can buy it direct from the farmer, it's best.
yeah, and
But if not, there's
problem
no way they're
problem
sourcing it from.
problem with the dispensary is that they're too motherfucking expensive. It's very expensive. It's ridiculous, and I feel like the
Well,
price
it's the
be a little bit
legality of all
fair.
that to be able to for the actual store to be able to turn a profit, to be able to keep their doors open with all of the licenses that they have to keep up with, all the regulations that they have to abide by. You need to
Yeah,
up the price
yeah, because
to be able
I
to
I need
pay
my
for all of
marijuana.
that.
I need to smoke like every day in order to go through what I go through. I'd rather be lit with my medicine than to have all that pharmaceutical medicine that I've been taking. Like one of my pills cost $2,249.09. Over
Ridiculous.
$2,200. Get the fuck out of here! And it was an antibacterial
Something
for my
even
stomach.
probably doesn't even it
40,
doesn't even cost them 10% of that to
42
produce it.
pills. 42 pills. And it costs $2,246.09. I'll never forget that number. That's very expensive medicine. And it's
Yeah.
a good thing that I have insurance. So it's covered through my insurance. But if it was an individual that doesn't have insurance, ouch. That's a big bill. $2,200 and 40 like $7.09. That's a lot of money just for that. And I had other medicines that I had to take. Like there was like five medicines that I had to take. I'm like, can I just smoke my marijuana and that it will cover all five? Fuck. Like they wanna
And it
take really.
probably wouldn't be best to smoke marijuana. It
Yeah.
would probably be best to get
Well,
either CBD or
this is my problem. They want us to now get me off of my medication, my pain medicine. They want to get me off of it. And I'm like, that's tough because I've been taking that for years. And what happens if you take it out from me and I could die because I've been
mm,
on it for so long. And then they're pulling it
or
away. It's kind of like pulling the cord. And they wanted me to go on Suboxone. I'm like, I know two people that died by that medicine, and it's highly addictive. And like people crave it. Like it's like it's a bad medicine, and I know it is, and I keep telling them I don't want it. I don't want to be put on
yeah.
that medication. Like I know what that medication does. I don't want that medicine, and like it's like I'm going to battle with these people. Like they want to take away my pain medicine and then put me on some other bullshit medicine that's gonna fucking do worse for me. Like, does that make any sense? Like, no. Like, I'm not.
Well, it depends on what line of thinking that you're using. Because if
Yeah,
you're medical professionals,
yeah, because
yeah, it makes perfect sense because they don't want you to be better
no, but
because that means you want to be coming to them, giving them more business. They
no,
want to keep you in a dependent state where you have to keep coming back and they have that cash flow.
yeah, and
It's
not only that, but
what the medical.
it's crazy because like the doctors, her like my doctor, she's scared to give me my medication. She's like, oh, because you're taking so many medicines and this and that. But I was like, well, fuck, you're covering my pain management. Like that's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. So now they send me a
It does
referral.
it even in the name,
They
but
send no,
it's
they send me a
pain
referral.
management.
They
They're
send me
not trying to get rid of your pain. They're
yeah,
trying to manage your pain.
Yeah, because they want to push that Suboxone on me like crazy. Like they've been trying to push it on me, and I'm like, I don't need that medicine. Like that medicine's really bad. Like people, like you could even look it up. People buy that shit from the black market, like on the streets. They be asking the drug dealers, like the dealers, yo, you have Suboxone, because it's like they're craving it. It's like it's bad, but they don't talk about that part. All they tell you is like, oh, it's good, it'll do this for you, and magic. It's like magic. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's not a fucking magic pill. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't push anyone on Suboxone because I know what that does to the people, and I don't want to be caught in that middle of that mess because that medicine is not a good medicine. It hurts your liver. It does a lot of damage to your system, and like my system is too fragile to be switching to something that's I don't know what's gonna react to my body after having so much surgery, you know. So
Yeah.
I need a. I'm gonna talk to my doctor. My doctor. I'm gonna walk in on Tuesday and have a word with him and let him know exactly what's going on in my head because I I am not gonna get on that Suboxone. So if they're gonna have to, they're gonna have to find a place for me to go where I can get my medication because the pain is just too much between my back, my neck, and my stomach. Holy shit! Either give me my pain medicine, or refill, or give me some weed. You know, give it to me through insurance. Why can't the insurance pay for my medical marijuana? It's medical. It's medicine. It's medicine. So why is my insurance not covering it? Oh, because it's illegal federally. Well, that's like a double sword right there. Because you down, like it's like it doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, because it's illegal federally, you get in trouble. But if you're here, within the state, then you're okay, whatever. It's like, yeah, but it doesn't make any sense because federal is all 50 states. Like they make it seem like it's just like a little thing. Like it doesn't make any sense. It's like entrapment.
Mm.
It's like weird. Like I saw in the news real quick about some guy being arrested and he was smoking a joint inside the plane. He was smoking marijuana in the plane. Did you hear about that, Yesika?
No, I did not. I think that is a little.
He was feisty,
Eh,
whatever. I think he had some kind of like medical, I guess, breakdown. I don't know if they were. I don't know. They rerouted the jet. They had an emergency landing, and they took the guy in to the hospital for a psych evaluation. Wow.
Over a
mm.
J?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what else he said. He must have said a lot of things, or he was on something. He had to have been on something because the way they
Or
were
he got
talking about
mafia at the he got mafia on the plane against the people who told him he can't smoke down the plane. Do
it.
they have do they have I know in the airport there's security is
They're
like
supposed to catch that
the
before they get on the plane,
yeah, they were supposed to catch that before
and
you
they
got
didn't. That's nuts. So that means the light. You see, is not strong. The security is not. It's a light security. Like you could sneak in.
Oh,
You could
wow.
sneak shit.
It's not really light. I just I'm going through security at an airport. It's not light whatsoever.
well if that's the case,
But
anybody
that's
could be
federal.
sneaking illegal drugs in.
Because
Yeah,
ain't
because the federal TSA is a federal agency
and
that
if
patrols airports.
yeah, so the airports are federal. You know.
Yeah, it's supposed to carry anything, not a concealed weapon or anything unless you're licensed and you got documentation saying that you're
Mhm.
all right and fit.
You have to
But
declare it. If it's in your
Yes, yes.
suitcase before you go into the airport, you have to declare that you have an on arm um, weapon in your baggage, and that those type of carries has to go in to the carriage, so it has to go into under the plane. You can't walk in with a gun. Yeah,
so you can't have it
yeah,
on
but you
the
have to let them know beforehand, every step of the way, that there is a weapon inside those and one of those.
do that with produce.
Mhm. You what you do is
Oh, exactly.
you have to have it unlocked. Okay, you have to know, like, if you have a Glock, the magazine, you have to take it apart. The bullets, um, I don't. I'm trying to remember if I, because I know I transferred like one time through airplane, because I took my gun with me, because I had my gun ever since when I was young. Like when I was able to get it, like when I got my license, I went and I bought my gun, and I had a background check and did my stuff, and I was fine. And and traveling with a weapon, you have to declare at the curbside, and then let them know. And then when you go inside and they check it through the TSA, you have to let them know there's a loaded weapon, not loaded, unloaded weapon, and it's locked also. But they could open the lock, and they could see that the weapon has a secondary lock inside, that it's not, it's secured. And then that way they have to check it, and then they put it, that's the luggage that goes under the plane. You can't take any gun, like, through your how you call it, those you carry on. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna carry my gun through the flight. Like, no, you can't do that. You go straight to jail. And once it gets like seen through the screen, they put it to the side, and they fucking TSA would like do the full psych, evaluation and shit. They would like strip you down and everything.
Mm.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Mine wasn't as intensive, but yeah, I got stopped.
Mm. I They checked me one time because I flew. This was when I broke my neck and I couldn't do the test. I told him, listen, I can't go through that detector. I have metal inside of me. So they have to take me to this special little room that has is like a closed off room, and it was two TSA people frisking me, like like detail frisk, like like no one touches me like that.
Yeah,
I'm
it does.
like,
It is intimidating.
yeah, but it was like a really thorough. Um, I was like, okay, but this is when I had my neck was fucked up, and I had to do that. It was just stupid. It was stupid. Um,
Mm.
that trip was fucking. It was painful flying with a broken neck because of the pressure. Like it was painful.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh man. So how was your day, Jessica?
My day was pretty laid back, actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my usual.
Yeah, you getting ready for fall.
Yeah, getting ready for fall.
Yeah, this is the time when a lot of people get depressed. This time of the year,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
they get depressed around fall, early winter. A lot of people get depressed because of the colors. Um, Sometimes it makes people happy. Like for me, I kind of like fall. Um, for some, it's really depressing. Like it's like they know another year is almost over, and
Mm,
it's like another rotation around the sun. Because when winter, we're far away from the sun.
mm.
We're starting to head farther away from the sun, because it's the how like the elliptic, circle. So it's not we're not in a full circle, but yeah, I got 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let me see. See how much is the upgrade. I need to get a sponsor. Shoot.
Yeah, the
That's the
equinox is on Monday.
yeah. It's crazy because I need a sponsor to pay this off because I want to get this paid off. Now I got 10 minutes, actually 9 minutes. So I'll call you back. We'll talk
Okay.
more because man, we'll take it as breaks because that's good. I kind of like this because it tells me all right, I got 9 minutes left of recording. So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
that's good because then it's like all right, I get a little break. Maybe I could get up, get a bottle of water, and I don't know, maybe get a snack or something. Good break time. It's like
Yeah.
break is good. I was on here for a little bit. I was in for a while, like for a good while. I was on talking about different things. But it's like that's my show, my mind over your matter. So it's like it's pretty cool. It's just I have so much. I'm so hyped up. My energy is so hyped up. It's like that's like when they put me to sleep and wake me up, and then put me to sleep, wake me up. Like that cycle 3 times. It's like it's kind of like a shock to my system.
Well,
And
yeah. I mean, your
like
consciousness is not.
because I'm
Your
remembering.
consciousness wasn't necessarily tied to your body during that time. So
Yeah,
you've been through that transition in a relatively short amount of time. I'm sure that does
it's like
stuff to you.
the main surgery in my stomach. That was a long surgery. That was a very long surgery, and they had to put more medicine in me to keep me asleep. And you know, I think that's affecting me too. And it's like my PTSD is pretty bad, and every time from the hospital is bad. It's kind of like a fucking like a reset. Like fucked. Like I gotta do it again. So I go to therapy. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do a lot of things still. And we're in fall going into winter. So that's a little fucked up for me. Winters are pretty bad out here. Um, I think this year
Yeah,
I think this year we're gonna I think we're not gonna be so lucky. I think we're gonna get some really good snow, Yesika. Like it's gonna be some kind of like nor'easter. And we're gonna get like you guys are gonna get swamped too with snow. It'll be cute. It'll be nice. Like
yeah,
it'll be nice because I like it because it makes everything clean because everything turns to white. So like you don't see no dirt. You only see white everywhere.
that's a fun way to look at it.
I think it's like a fairy tale. Like
It does kind of look like that
yeah,
around me.
but it's like kind of cute. It's nice. It's like snow. I think this year's gonna be it's gonna be it's gonna be a little testy.
Very interesting winter ahead of us.
Mm-hmm. Because I think we're going like our turn and how we're spinning in the system and how far we're going away from the sun. I think a little degree further makes the planet more colder, so it's like more
Mm,
things happen. Um, I just think right now that a lot of people are playing with the weather. An example with the
mm,
with this last Hurricane Dorian. Um, we definitely need to talk about that in the next hour because
mm,
that deal was done. And when that deal was done, because that hurricane was going to where,
mm,
and the president stepped up and said, and they did something with the weather and they manipulated it that it forced it not to go in to the person's like pretty much his vacation home. and pretty much stop the storm and send the storm off. I totally believe they did something with the atmosphere. Totally believe it. It's like something like harp was used because I felt the energy. It was so strong,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in the hospital and I was feeling that energy, and I knew that hurricane was going to be strong. I knew it was going to go towards my parents' home, and it just stopped right at the door, and then stayed there. I feel bad for the Bahamas. Um, I've stayed in Freeport before. I had a vacation there once. It was a birthday gift, so um, went to the Bahamas. I went to Freeport and been on the island. Went to one of the beaches. I don't remember the name of the beach, to be honest with you. Um, but I went shopping. I went to the downtown area. I went shopping just to look around and see how like what they shop. There was a freaking Domino's pizza. There
Mm-hmm.
was a Domino's pizza. There was a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, international corporations have kind of infiltrated
Yeah,
everything.
and they had Subway. They had like American shit too. I'm like, all right. And then their little stores. I went into the stores and stuff, and it's like basic stuff. Like hand done things, or they try to like. I've been to the flea market before it burned down out there. I think it's in Nassau in the Bahamas. That's I
Mm-hmm.
went to Nassau too, and I went through the flea market before it burned down. Um,
Yeah, the remaining time is down to 2:55. Why is that ticking?
oh, because that's the amount of time we have left on this meeting, and then we're gonna take a break, and then I'm gonna call everybody back, and then we'll do another hour.
All right, that's
Because I am
cool.
not paying for it yet. Paying for it yet. I need to get a sponsor to pay for it, so that way I don't have to worry about not having my show. Like I'll get the sponsor to just take care of that bill. It'll be a good thing because I can sit here and just talk my mind, and then tap onto everybody's mind, like Yesika and Albert and everybody else. Might get somebody else on here. Let me see if I could get Edwin. I'm gonna see if I could try to get that boy on here. I was talking to Tag Team earlier today, and she's doing good. And
That's good to hear.
she misses the show because, like, everybody that's on the show. So it's
Mm-hmm.
good to talk about certain things, and she likes the topics, and she's a fan. She's a true fan. So she's awesome, and yeah, then we could just take a little break because I got a minute and 30 seconds. I'll call you right back, and then we'll continue. Or maybe I can finish this joint. I'm almost done. I take breaks. I don't smoke it all the way through, but I do have another joint rolled. Funny. So, all right, Jessica. So I'm gonna call you back. So if you want to talk about anything, just do a mental note, and you too, Albert,
Yeah,
about things you want to talk about. Because I'm pretty sure you have a topic to talk about. Because there's a lot of topics to talk about,
yeah, I
and
seem to come up with ideas and things,
yeah,
but it's keeping them in
yeah,
balance and keeping it focused and not forgetting about that.
yep,
Because you're able to feel that you can, muscle memory is something, to expand on something, to, to expand on something. And yeah,
yeah. So we'll talk about it in the next hour. All right.
all
So
right,
I'll call you right back.
all
All
right,
right.
I'm standing by.